mic check. We should be live and direct, and we're going to be breaking down the origins of Haole Girl, why the strain is named that, the year it was created, everything to do with Haole Girl, including the burner shout out in the song Whiplash, Haole, Harass, who bred Haole Girl, when it was made, how it was made, all of that right now going down. So let me just hit this bowl and we're going to get it cracking. So might as well play the burner song first. Play Whiplash on Spotify by Burner.
Here's Whiplash, featuring Young Money Bitch by Burner on Spotify.
So we'll keep it kind of low until it gets to the line. And we're just going to talk about how it was made. So I believe the year was 2016, maybe 2017. Burner gifted the group I was working with, Green Aloha, some genetics. I was in charge of cloning those genetics, making sure that they were all secure. So how it went down is we took the wedding cake, which was bred by Seed Junkie, and he had gifted that out to, I believe, Jungle Boys and a bunch of other people. We took the Triangle Mints number 3, which it was known at the time as, and eventually branded wedding cake. We took that, we crossed it to our Crippy BX2 proprietary worked line. The Crippy BX2 consisted of an original F1 to the original Kauai Electric, which has been traced back to basically pre-skunk genetics and is the foundation of all basically skunk genetics found throughout the world. So Kauai Electric needs its own talk, and that's going to come in due time. But how it went down was we took the Kauai Electric, which was from my dad. The seed stock was from 1992. They kept it in those black and gray little film containers for camera film. They were ultraviolet protected, good seal, and typically those would be kept in the fridge or the freezer to keep the seeds secure. We crossed that Crippy female, which was my dad's originally pheno-hunted cut from 500 seeds, and he pheno-hunted that in 1986. We took the Kauai Electric seed that was from 92, germed it in 2014, I believe we started doing the work, and we started crossing it to the Crippy. So it was first Kauai Electric male, Crippy female. We did it again. That's the back cross. We did it again. That was the BX2. And when I say we did it again, we had to hunt the Crippy Kauai Electric F1 to find the first male to go back into the Crippy, thus creating the back cross. From that part, we then took another seed, another hunt, picked the best male, went back into the Crippy one more time, thus making a Crippy BX2 that was built on that original Kauai Electric. We're dealing with basically all heirloom Kauai genetics from my father at this point or his crew. At that point, we had chose like this male needs to hit wedding cake, it needs to hit pie, it needs to hit everything across the board, all of our best stuff. For some reason, the wedding cake was really standing out. It was just creamy, cushy, gassiness, skunkiness to it. It was checking all the boxes. It threw down weight. It had resin for days. And long story short, I think it was 2018 or 19. Burner's out here. He knows that I'm no longer working with Green Aloha. I've broken off to do my own thing with 808 Genetics. And I had a bag and I was ready to pull up. So I roll up to his house. I'm like, yo, check this stuff out. I cracked the jar. I opened the jar. It was a small mason jar. It wasn't the ounce size. I think it was like the quarter or half ounce size. I didn't have a lot of it at the time. Bring it down there to show him what I got. And we roll it up. Well, I'm jumping ahead of myself. his homie Stingy from like 3 rooms, 4 rooms over is like, yo, that shit's loud, or that shit smells dank as fuck, or he says something, but like he makes his presence known. I didn't know anyone was in the house when I opened that jar, and obviously he could smell it from fucking far across the house. He came over, and keep in mind, Burner had all his samples of all his best stuff from all his best people, and my shit was smacking. I'm talking, it was no competition what the best weed in the room was, and he knew it, right? From there, we go out, we smoke this joint of this Haole girl. He's basically, we're just talking story, being friends, chilling, and he tells me halfway through the joint, he goes, yo, I gotta put this shit out. This shit's fucking power, bro. I can't handle this, right? And I'm like, oh, is it too racy the high? Because I know he doesn't like his sativas, right? And he's like, nah, man, this shit hitting different, right? So then I broke down to him how Hawaiian weed being grown in the tropics like we are ends up in resulting in higher terpenes and higher THC typically than any indoor stuff, because you're dealing with the natural full spectrum sunlight, ultraviolet rays that can't be created by any of these modern day lights in the same capacity, right? And you know, he was a real stoner though, a real dude. He fucking waited for that high to calm down till he felt like he could. We let it back up, or he let it back up again. He fucking was like, yo, that shit tastes bomb on the relight. I can't fucking believe it. He offered me some in the 6-figure range. I don't want to say the numbers, to come grow for him in Cali, do his greenhouse work. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm straight on that. But if you want to do some more collaborative stuff, let me know. I'm down. He told me to hit up Seed Junkie. Originally, I thought me and Seed Junkie were going to be able to work out a deal for a straight up collaboration using some of his genetics. He ended up not wanting to do a collab. We just went and bought the LPC 75, Cushman's 11, etc. And everybody knows what happened from there. But I'm getting away from Haole Girl. Haole Girl is essentially what put us on the map in most gardens. We missed the line right there, so we're going to go fast forward to it. But on a side note, DNA Genetics tried to come out with a Haole. Another brand tried to come out with a Haole. A bunch of people basically tried to capitalize on the shout out in this song, trying to be like, no, yo, he's talking about me, right? But I'm going to break it down for you guys how it's undisputable about who he's talking about, right? So here we go. Right there, guys. And he's letting you know the whiplash is fucking this. The whiplash is when he smelled the jar, he fucking broke his neck back, bro. That shit probably sprained his neck when he smelled that thing, cuz. Because he knows everybody, and he was like, yo, fucking young prodigy over here on the fucking soil mix, killing the game, breathing them terps. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Because he dropped this song 2 to 3 years after he smoked that weed. And I left him with that jar. And I guarantee you that shit was so dank, it's still on his mind. Right? And that is why Haole Girl is a legendary variety that will always be loved around the 808. And to send it off, we got the Haole Girl BX4 menu coming to the table. First time we've done a Haole Girl menu in fucking probably 2 years. The shit's gonna pop off. And let me name my top 5 Haole Girl BX4 must-haves. Chemdog D, the Haole Girl BX4. I'm putting it up right in the set forefront. Gotta have it. Okay? Wedding Cake, Haole Girl BX4. Gotta have it. Original Haole Girl. I'm gonna go with the back cross on the real though. Haole Girl back cross to the Haole Girl BX4. Gotta fucking have it. Okay? And then Sugar Tits, man. All day. Sugar Tits, Haole Girl BX4. Gotta fucking have it. And then if we're going 5, I'm going with a fucking deep left field. Nobody's gonna see it coming. Blue Dream, Haole Girl BX4. Just listen here. You say you know what Blue Dream is. I bet you half you ain't ever even seen real Blue Dream. And if you did, doesn't mean it was grown right. Period. that's my top 5 Haole Girl BX4 menu coming December this year. So 12, 25, 24. So Christmas drop. You'll see it on 808 Market. You'll see it on the lives. Don't fucking sleep. When I say Haole Girl is our most recognized trainer around the world, you gotta listen. You gotta listen. But much love. Thank you for hanging out in the chat. There's the origins of Haole Girl. Hopefully I got it all covered. Just to be clear again, wedding cake, Haole Girl male. Haole Girl male was wedding cake Crippy BX2. So there you go. And much love. We out.